Hey, Ambassador Frederick here, just bringing you back Revelation. So, I'm staying in the foothills, working in the foothills of South Carolina. So, when I was talking to the Lord, He said, "Be this mountain removed." I said, "Yeah, what does that really mean? Do we literally want to take a mountain and throw it in the sea? These beautiful, majestic mountains?" He said, "No, it doesn't mean that. They were supposed to expound on that. Means these people in high places, mountains, people who live in high places that are ruling through covenants, through satanic covenants, through soul ties, through soul contractions, are ruling the area from the mountains to the valley. And it's because they live high in the mountains. When they pray, they overlook. When they pray to the devil, they overlook the valleys. So covenants, contracts. So be this mountain be thrown in the sea means a mountain of bad leadership. And in that term, the sea meant hellfire. So, what's next? If you call down judgment, then Daddy has to judge, and he has to render justice. When you call down judgments, it doesn't mean condemn, because God weighs it all out. He weighs you on a scale, and if he finds you wanting or finds you whatever. Just like in the book of Daniel. God weighed you on a scale and found you wanting. Your kingdom has been given over to the Medes and the Persians. Persians are Iran. So Iran has ruled much of the world through the evil people in high places. Now you can take out as many as you want symbolically, but it's not going to erase the jurisdiction of the covenant contracts of the devils. We do not war against flesh and blood, but principalities in high places. Ties into the law. Satan has to follow laws. But unbeknownst to the people, they don't understand spiritual laws. That's why Satan has jurisdiction over the mountains and the valleys. There's a valley over here, Cherry Valley. They call it Cherry Dale. So when you work up on the Close Mountain, up in the north side, it overlooks Cherry Valley, which is also known as Cherrydale. But it's more than that. Be this mountain of evil people. And only God can erase their soul. It says in the book, don't be concerned about those who can kill your flesh. And there's much to be said about that, because the flesh needs to not stand in God's way. Your selfish nature. But on the other hand, be this mountain be thrown in the sea. So leadership needs to be thrown down. Now, it says, be more fearful of the one who can erase your soul. So just like Joshua and Caleb, we can take those giants. Look at these giant grapes as big as footballs. They're the only two that came back with a good report. The only two witnesses in that time that came back with a good report. We can take those giants. It is the land of milk and honey. On another note, the land of milk and honey was the USA, America. Rule under God. God's rule. Nation under God. Does anybody want to know more? Eight subscribers, not 8 subscribers, but some of the videos only get 8 views. 8 views. That tells me people are still asleep. La 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 la. So I'm not singing lullabies. Go back to sleep if you want to sleep. But those that are awake should want to know about the mountains being thrown in the sea and the covenant contracts that had to be canceled in this time.